Hi, Changemakers, and welcome back to another live training here in the Inspiring Professionals community where we help you build an exciting, meaningful career for a thriving, sustainable world. These live trainings, they will help you figure out exactly what to do to get a career that you'll actually want to wake up to in the mornings. So today I'll discuss a little bit what I mean when I'm talking about being an inspiring professional, because that can sound super overwhelming and it's really not. So if this is something that you've been wondering about lately, then be sure to stick around and yeah, I'll try to explain a little bit more what I mean. For those of you who are new, we have a lot of people joining the group these days. I'm Mads Damgaard. I'm a professional career coach from Ericsson International, and I'm the founder of the Inspiring Professionals community. And in this community here, I am gathering together 10,000 engaged problem solvers from all walks of life and helping them to live and work in their full potential. So I really hope you're getting a lot of value out of this community, and I hope you stick around. In today's live, we're going to start out by looking at some of the misconceptions that I often hear about what it means to be an inspiring professional, and what I mean when I talk about inspiring professionals, and also a few steps that you can take to bring yourself more in line with your potential as, guessed it, an inspiring professional. And if you think this topic that I'm talking about is important, please show your support for the community by putting a like or a comment on it. It helps bring out the message to more people in the group so that they might also get something out of it. Okay, so let's get into it. When people hear the, inspiring professionals, people think about, that it's impossible to be something that big because it seems unachievable, but it's really not. We see the portrayals in the media of people doing extraordinary things, and we get the idea that we need to become someone like Elon Musk to be an inspiring professional, or Peter Brinkman to be an inspiring professional, or Emma Watson, or any other of the amazing people that are out there doing great things, right? And we think to ourselves, I can't be inspiring. And I don't even want the pressure of having to live up to all of those kinds of expectations and do these strange things, or these, yeah, like grand things on a regular basis. And we put so much emphasis on having achieved something that is out of this world before we call it inspiring, that we give up before we've even started. And that is not the point, you know? If we think to ourselves, that scares me and it would stress me out completely to be doing what, let's say, someone like Jane Goodall does, if I had to do those kinds of things and struggle and all of that stuff on a regular basis, that would stress me out. I don't want to do that. Then we might start thinking it's better just keep doing what I'm doing and just focus on being pretty good at that without making too many waves. And this is where I feel that we go wrong. The world is poorer for it. Um, it's. I feel like we're kind of then ignoring the inner voice that we all have that calls out to us about being who we really are and really doing what we find exciting and meaningful in service of just getting through the day to day. Right? That's not really inspiring. That's not where we're supposed to be. I think you might disagree, but I really think that we are meant. There is a part of us that is meant to be inspiring for other people. We have something to give. And good news is that we don't need to be like these grand people that are doing shaking the world. If you look up in the dictionary the definition of the word to inspire, you'll find this: to fill someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. And to do that, all we have to do is every day strive to be a little bit more in our authentic selves. Be a little bit more in the place where we decide to go for what we want and to stand up for what's important to us. That is what it means to be inspiring. If you're fired up for what you do, you are inspiring. Other people will recognize that part of you, that fire inside of you in themselves, and it will activate that fire inside of them, right? It's like one candle that lights another candle. And if you stand up for what's important, then you are inspiring. What you do resonates with other people, and they get filled with the urge to do the same. This is, we all had those experiences where we did something, we stood up to some bully, we spoke out and said what had to be said, and there's that silence afterwards where you can feel that people are resonating with your words or with your deeds. That's all we have to do, and we can do that small and we can do it large, and we will still be inspiring. Basically, if you are going for what you want and sticking to your course, you are inspiring. You can be, I find pretty much the same level of inspiration in, let's say, a school teacher that teaches, inner city school kids the basics of math because of the love of the craft of teaching, love of the children, and does something that will help catapult those kids into a better state. Right, as I do for the savvy businessman that has found a new way of doing doing business, and that is pursuing creating a new groundbreaking way to sell this or the other that he really loves to do, and that is going to help a bunch of people. It's the same basic principle: doing something you love for a reason that is important to you. And if you're doing it in a professional context, then guess what? You're an inspiring professional. That's all there is to it. All right? I hope this makes sense and that it makes this a little bit clearer. Just going to check and see if there are any comments here. I can't see any right now. But yeah, if you've been following me so far here, I'd love to hear in the comments here, when did you last time stand up for something that you believed was important? I'd love to hear those stories, because we all have them, and they're really important to share because they are inspiring. All right, then yeah, it looks like there are no questions that I can see at this time, so that's all the time that I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking some time for me. Yeah, I really appreciate hanging out with me and watching it if you are on the replay. I hope this was helpful in making things a little clearer, and please tell me in the comments if it was helpful, and if it was, what it was about it that stood out to you. And yeah, if you got some value out of it, please put a like on the video, because it helps reach more people in the group, so they also might benefit from it. All right, I am looking forward to sharing more tips and insights with you on the next one, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.